me, Sergeant Enbright, and welcome to episode 10 of the 2025 season of You Call That Absolute Targeting. My gosh! We got some news to talk about, we got some football to talk about, and we got some NASCAR to talk about. Man, I'm fired up. I'm here with my crotch burns and my crap co-host, Earl Maynard, and let's talk about some stuff. My gosh! Starting with, let's talk about Talladega. My goodness, it was a great time. Like I predicted, because you know I'm a meteorologist. The weather was a little bit nipples. To start out, we got there at like 9 o'clock, and from like 9 to like 10:30, it was kind of cold. It was misty rain, nothing but pure garbage weather. But guess what? It cleared up and ended up being beautiful weather for racing. Man, I love it. But believe it or not, Talladega was pretty calm. I don't know what it was. We walked down the boulevard. There wasn't just a ton of beer cans. There was only one flag that I saw that said, "Show me your butthole." And Earl had to show everybody his butthole. And I was like, I mean, it's not the time for that. People are kind of partied out. They partied all weekend. They definitely don't want to wake up to the sight of Earl's butthole. But anyways, you know Earl, he's got to always take it a step too far. But anyways, it was a great race. Sadly, Ryan Blaney and his teammate Joey Logano, they really needed a good race for the playoff. And then they pretty much sucked nipples there at the end. And so now they have to go to Martinsville this week. And they better win. But luckily, my guy Ryan Blaney has won the last two fall races at Martinsville. And it wouldn't shock me one absolute bit if he beats the nipples off of everybody this Sunday. So that's what we're hoping for. But it was great at Talladega. Let's get on to some college football news. And Billy Napier finally gets the boot at Florida. I mean, they said it last week. They said there was a good chance he was going to be fired this weekend regardless of what happens. But let me tell you, his last game gave us a perfect example of why he sucks pure garbage. Here we are, Florida's got the lead. 2 minutes left. Mississippi State has a few timeouts left. Florida needs a first down to get this thing going, to clinch it, to get into victory formation, make Mississippi State use those timeouts. 3rd and 1. Instead of running the ball, you got a good running back, you got a good running quarterback. They run play action pass. Quarterback don't even get the throw off and get sacked for like 5-yard loss. Mississippi State calls a timeout and they get the ball back. Luckily, Florida got an interception there at the end and clinched the deal. But my goodness, what pure garbage coaching. What a pure garbage team the Florida Gators are. But at least they won their last game with him as head coach. I don't know what the future holds. I've been seeing Lane Kiffin getting talked about, which I think is pure garbage. I've heard James Franklin. Who wants James Franklin after the crap he was at Penn State? I don't know. I don't know what the future is for Florida, but good luck to them. Let's recap this last week, starting with Utah at BYU. My goodness, I got this one wrong, and I'm upset about it, but Mike and Earl came in clutch. 24-21, BYU won that game. We all picked Georgia to beat Ole Miss because we just didn't have any faith in them. We didn't have any faith in Lane Kiffin that we just talked about to win these big games, and Georgia ends up outscoring them 17-0 in the fourth quarter to win this one 43-35. My precious Notre Dame. Mike decided to go against them like nothing, like a pure idiot that he is. And Notre Dame wins by 10. I said they would win by 14, but 10's good enough. 34-24. And then in our game of the week, Alabama, I knew. See, I had a conversation with a buddy of mine the other day at a Pizza Hut buffet, and he said that Tennessee was going to whip tits on Alabama, and I was like, look, Alabama's a different team this year, and he's like, no, they're going to whip. I said, look, if it was at Tennessee, I might well give it some thought, but I'm telling you, Tennessee has no chance to win this game, and he argued with me, and let me tell you right now, I hope he's listening to this podcast, because you're nothing but an idiot. I told you. You don't believe me? Well, maybe you believe me now, because Alabama is a daggum flipping good team. Anyways, let's talk about the points. I gained 5 points this week. I'm up to 44. Earl, big week, gained 6 points. He gained a little on me. He's got 35. And Mike's, he got 5 points, but he's still sitting at 23 points like nothing but a pure nipplehead. Anyways, let's give away some awards. Starting with my team of the week, I'm going to give it to the Alabama Crimson Tide. My goodness, they're just rolling. Ty Simpson's looking like an absolute elite quarterback, in my opinion. And Coach DeBoer, my goodness, he's fired up. He was punching the goalpost coming out. Let me get a drink of water. Man, it's good water. My gosh, it's good. Anyways, DeBoer, he's fired up. He's ready to coach. I think he's kind of getting what all the Alabama culture's all about. I like what I see from Alabama, and I'm not an Alabama fan because Alabama fans can suck my pure tits. But man, I like what I see from their football team, and honestly, I'm just a guy who loves college football. So I mean, I just like to see teams do well, and Alabama's one of them. So suck my pure nipples on that. Not next. Let's talk some trash teams. Starting with Nebraska, they were ranked 25th in the nation. They go into Minnesota. Minnesota's a good team, but Minnesota beats them 24-6. Nebraska's offense, I guess they stayed on the bus. My goodness, pure garbage. Next trash team, we're going to give it to Texas Tech. They were ranked 7th in the nation. And again, they lost to a pretty good team, but an unranked Arizona State, 26-22. People were saying, including myself, I thought Texas Tech was a legit top 10 team, but they suck, I guess. Next trash team, and this makes me happy because UNLV finally got what they've been due. Because Dan Mullen sucks, and we all know it. They go into Boise State and get their tips whipped, 56-31. I knew UNLV would run out of luck eventually. They're nothing but pure garbage. Next trash team, I'm going to give it to the Memphis Tigers. They were ranked 22nd. And they were 6-0. They go into 2-4 UAB, and UAB beats them 31-24. Nothing but a pure garbage showing from a top 25 team. Next trash team, I'm going to give it to Clemson. They lost to SMU 35-24. Clemson sitting at 3-4 like nothing but a pure tit team. My gosh, garbage. And my goodness, my favorite trash team of the year, Florida State, still can't win a conference game. They can't beat Stanford. Stanford sucks, and they can't beat them. 20-13 they lose. My goodness, what a nipple team. But now it's time for my absolute trash team of the week. My absolute trash team of the week, give me the Miami Hurricanes. My gosh! Carson Beck just completely stepped on his nuts. My goodness, what a trash showing. I mean, we thought those games were long gone. We thought those games that he had at Georgia last year, that he would fix those, and with another year of experience, with a year of playing crap teams in the ACC, we thought he would get away from those 4 interception games. But my goodness, did he lay an absolute droppage against Louisville, throwing 4 picks. Louisville wins that game 24-21. Miami, we all thought they were the legit number 1 team in the nation, and apparently they suck nipples just like everybody else on this trash list. Anyways, speaking of trash, let's answer some questions. Alright, first question is from our good friend Flat Earth Ernie. My goodness, I hate this guy so much. He said, did you hear there's a comet soaring through our atmosphere right now that has a tail and emits a gas unknown to scientists? It's probably the gas that comes out of Grandpa Frank. My goodness, what an idiot. Anyways, the only way they can determine what it is by making it in a lab. In conclusion, they think it's an alien. I say if it's an alien species, they are probably wanting to land on our flat earth and probe the likes of the human race. Sasha, Merle, and Michael, my goodness, he don't even know our names. It says, what would you do if an alien broke into your home and went to probe those booties? I guess I'll start out. To be honest, I've always been intrigued with aliens. I remember having a UFO website on Pixo.com. And I was pretty obsessed with UFOs. And so I would welcome it, to be honest. I don't know if I want to be, just probed and whatnot, but I would love if they have some kind of translator. I'd love to give them whatever information they want. And hopefully they would just hunt down my Grandpa Frank and destroy everything that he is. Also, I would like to see an alien come through, and so my stepson would probably crap himself. I think that would be hilarious, and maybe me and the aliens would be buddy-buddy and laugh at how garbage my stepson is. So I would actually welcome it. I like aliens, so if you're listening to this podcast, hit me up. But what about you, Mike? Or Michael, as he said.
I guess I wouldn't appreciate being probed and whatnot, but aliens do intrigue me. I'm with you. I've stared into space wondering if there was other life forms out there. So I don't know. I guess I would like to see it, but I would like to see it, somewhere besides my home. But you can't tell if anything's real nowadays. Everything's all AI and stuff. So I don't know if I would believe it unless it really did happen to me. So it's an interesting question, but hopefully I don't have to worry about it.
Well, it's an interesting question. I just hope they wouldn't steal my beef jerky. If an alien tried good, beef jerky, he'd have to tell all his little alien friends, hey, come to Earl's house. He's got this, this, I don't know what they would call it because they don't know what beef or jerky is. But they'd be like, he's got some kind of, something that's really, it tastes good. And I would just be worried about my beef jerky being stolen. And also, it'd probably scare Franny. And, I like to protect her and be a man. So I would probably try to, shoot him with a shotgun to prove my manliness. But more than likely, they got some kind of death ray or some kind of device that would probably render my shotgun useless. And then I'd be in pretty big trouble. And hopefully they wouldn't hurt Franny. I don't know how they feel about women outside the universe. If they would, have mercy, or if they would just treat us all like human garbage. I don't know. And I guess if Flat Earth Ernie's right and we do have a flat Earth, I'm kind of on the fence. I guess it probably would be attractive to an alien life form because all the other, planets and our spheres or spears or whatever you call them. And so if you saw a flat Earth, it'd probably be intriguing. But when it comes down to it, I just hope I would survive, and I'd hope they wouldn't steal my beef jerky.
Well, they'd probably kill you after you talk to them for 5 hours like that. The answer to that question, my goodness, you'd talk their absolute ears off. My goodness, they would hate your absolute stinking stupid idiot guts. Because I know I do. Next question is from Planners Oasis. It says, hello, I've been listening to your podcast for the better likes of a year now, and I'm in love with the content. I can tell you work really hard and are underappreciated. Sasha. Or it says underappreciated Sasha. My goodness, I read that wrong. But anyways, let's move on. He says, kudos to you, and I hope you are recognized soon. Question is, have you heard about the Auburn, Georgia game referee official being looked at and possibly charged? I wanted to know the details. Well, thank you, Planners Oasis, and I do work very hard, and it's great that you're a fan, and I really appreciate it. Let's hope that we make it big time. Hopefully one day I'll be famous on TikTok or something. But appreciate your support. I don't really know. I know how crap the officiating was, and I do know that he has been permanently suspended from the SEC. So I take that as he will never referee an SEC game again. He could go on to another conference or something maybe, but I don't know who would want him. after he had such crap performance. And it wasn't just him, it was his whole team. And I guess the head ref, he's over all those guys, and he's kind of accountable for their bad decisions as well. Pretty garbage. I mean, it was a pretty garbage ref. So, my stupid idiot dog's in here. Get upstairs, go. My gosh, what an idiot. Man. Anyways, yeah, but I think he deserves to be permanently suspended. What a pure garbage ref. I hadn't had any training. I could do better than that. But anyways, thanks for your question. Next question is from Nip Slip. It says, I bought a Rubik's Cube, and man, let me tell you, what a waste of time and money. How does anyone figure it out? I would rather entertain myself by chewing on dead skin from my fungus-filled toes. Nip Slip, I'm with you. I mean, my goodness. I mean, I got kids, and somehow we ended up with the Rubik's Cube. And the only way I can solve it is by downloading an app where you type in all the colors to the squares and it tells you how to solve it. And it usually takes like 20 moves, and then boom, you solve it. But you look at it, it makes no garbage sense. I don't know how anybody's brain works that can solve that, because there's so much moves that has to be done, and you have to memorize all the different colors and which side it's supposed to be on. Nothing but a pure garbage. I guess it ain't even a toy. I hate puzzles. I hate things that make me think too hard. And, yeah, so I'm with you. Rubik's Cubes can suck my pure nipples. Anyways, next question is from the Golden Flash fan. He says, Hey, Sasha, I noticed you like to pick on my Golden Flashes, so strap in, because it's about time you get picked on. Starting with your precious Notre Dame. They opened up their season with 2 losses. I don't know where you come from, but in my world, that sucks butt. Second, let's talk about your Atlanta Braves. On paper, should be a really good team, but just like a shot vac, they suck garbage. I'm pretty sure if a fly lands on Spencer Strider's throwing arm, he'll need Tommy John surgery. A bunch of weak sissy tits. Third, let's talk about your Tennessee Titans. Are we even sure they're an NFL team? I can't even watch them because I feel sorry for them. What a load of nipples. And last but not least, your guy Ryan Blaney in NASCAR blew it Sunday at Talladega. Restarted with the lead with 17 laps to go, and then a few laps wasn't even sniffing the top 10. What a joke. Everyone is saying that he's the favorite at Martinsville this Sunday, but I'll believe it when I see it. He'll probably blow his championship hopes just like your other worthless sports teams. Suck my balls and have a good day. My gosh! I know I've talked bad about Kent State because they suck. They're one of the worst college football teams in the nation, but you have to come at me like that? My goodness. Send me an email and we'll meet up somewhere. My goodness, I'm ready to fight. What a garbage. My goodness, just picking at everything in my life right now. What a suckball idiot. My gosh. Man, it ticks me off. I don't even know where to go from here because I'm seeing red right now. I need another drink of water. This a double drinkage. My gosh. Man, what an idiot. Let's go on to week 9 picks. My gosh, my nipples are red hot. Let's start with Ole Miss at Oklahoma. I don't know what to expect because Ole Miss couldn't hold on to a lead against Georgia. Oklahoma's got a backup quarterback, but Oklahoma's 5.5 point favorites. But I'm going to go with Ole Miss.
I'm going to go with Oklahoma. I think their quarterback's going to be healed up a little better, right? I haven't really heard, but hopefully his wrist or his hand or whatever he had surgery on is doing better. They're at home, and Ole Miss they lost a heartbreaker this last week. I don't know if they can get it together to win on the road. I'm going to take Oklahoma.
Yeah, I just love how, we're 3 guys with the college football podcast, and we don't even really know what we're talking about half the time, but it's fun to do it. I'll pick Oklahoma really for no good reason. I like Oklahoma, and they got good barbecue.
All right, next game is Missouri at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is 2.5-point favorites at home. I'll take Vanderbilt. I think their quarterback gets on my nerves and he's cocky, but I think he's pretty good. And with them being at home, and I don't know, Missouri really hadn't impressed me that much. They looked decent against Alabama, but I'll take the Commodores. I almost said the Vandals. My goodness, what an idiot.
It's okay, Sasha. We all make mistakes, kind of like Tig's mom when she got with you. But I'm gonna take Vanderbilt at home. I agree with you. I like their quarterback, and I think he's gonna make enough plays to get it done.
Yeah, well, one of my biggest mistakes was having you on this podcast, and that's been a pure garbage idiot. But anyways, what about you, Earl?
Yeah, I don't really know much about either one of these teams, and I'm kind of sick of Vanderbilt, to be honest. They think they're so good, and I picked Missouri to beat Alabama, and they let me down, but I'm going to give them another chance. I'll take the Missouri Tigers to win on the road.
All right, we're going to get into our last pick here. You call that targeting game of the week. We're not doing an NFL game. I'm just going to be straight up with you. I have not cared about the NFL this year. Maybe it's because, my Titans suck pure nipples. But I just, I thought I would watch more Monday Night Football games. I just ain't cared about it. So we're not picking one. We just picked, a couple of college games this week. But anyways, let's get into our game of the week. It's Texas A&M, number 3 Texas A&M, at number 20 LSU. LSU's lost a couple of games that maybe they, felt like they could have won. But we all know Brian Kelly sucks, so it shouldn't shock any of us. But Texas A&M is only a 2.5-point favorite on the road going to LSU. The Truck Burns AI predictor has Texas A&M with an A offense and a B defense, and they gave LSU a B offense and an A defense. Apparently, the Truck Burns AI predictor does not care that Texas A&M is the favorite because they're giving LSU a 60% chance to win this game with a score of 24-21. I mean, hey, I like that the AI predictor's going out on a limb here, but I am going to go with Texas A&M. I just don't trust LSU to win any games.
I am going to go with the home team. I know LSU, they've let me down a bunch this year, and Brian Kelly can suck pure nipples, as you would say, but I think they bounce back, and I don't know if Texas A&M gets through this season undefeated or even with one loss. I mean, I think maybe they've just kind of gotten lucky to be this good and ranked this high. They beat, your precious Notre Dame, but I just don't think they're going to last through the season and be one of the top teams at the end of the year. I think LSU pulls the upset.
Just another garbage pick from Mike Rochburns. Apparently, he's probably famous for these crap picks. Again, I reminded him last week, that's why you're last in the points, because that's nothing but pure garbage. I think Texas A&M deserves where they're at. I think they deserve to be ranked number 3. Anybody in the SEC that's still 7-0, you got to be a good team to do that. And so give me the Aggies on the road. I don't trust LSU. I think I think they'll beat them pretty bad.
I hope you're right, or I hope we're right, Earl, because, we all know Brian Kelly sucks pure garbage. He's an idiot coach, and I hate LSU, so I hope Texas A&M does win this game. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. We will catch you next week.